Director of the Ministry of Energy, Wilhelmina Asamoah, has said that the Jubilee Southeast project is to add about 30,000 barrels of oil per day to the current Jubilee field's daily production. Speaking on behalf of the Energy Minister, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, she said the development of Pecan is estimated to add about 80,000 barrels of oil per day to the total daily production. 5 discoveries have been made in the last 4 years, out of which approvals have been granted for the appraisal of 3, which will lead to the determination of their commerciality and subsequent development. She emphasized that work is ongoing on 2 of the discovered fields, which would lead to a decision to appraise them. Meanwhile, the 2022 annual report of the Public Interest and Accountability Committee showed that the country's crude oil production has suffered consistent decline since 2020. She added that the ministry, through its upstream regulator, the Petroleum Commission, is working to plug the data gaps to address the challenge. The Ghana Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative has stated that the Petroleum Revenue Management Act be amended to prevent institutional duplication in the collection of surface rentals for onshore oil exploration. According to GHEITI, the Office of the Administrator of Land should be in charge of collecting surface rentals or acreage fees which are comparable to ground rent in the mining industry in accordance with the provisions of the 1992 Constitution. The group contended that the Constitution obligated OASL to collect and distribute revenues, including ground rent, to beneficiaries in accordance with a specified formula. In Ghana, international oil companies pay fees on a licensed area to the Ghana Revenue Authority when undertaking oil and gas exploration. GHEITI contended that if surface rentals on onshore explorations are paid into the Petroleum Holding Fund, it would amount to a violation of the Constitution since the operation was done on land. It recommended a change to prevent the challenge of institutional overlap in the administration of surface rentals when onshore oil exploration began. GHEITI advocated that the GRA's role be limited solely to the collection of surface rentals to offshore activities, whilst the Office of the Administrator of Land took care of onshore collections. The Sudanese Engineers Union Committee has reported that the thermal power facility in Khartoum North stopped operating in the first week after the start of the war. White now states Dabakir thermal plant, which is close to Kotsi, is only operating partially. Other off-grid stations in the states are not running due to a shortage of gasoline and replacement parts, the committee has reported. According to the committee, services are declining across most areas of the nation, particularly in Khartoum, because of the ongoing hostilities, that the damaged high-voltage lines in the Khartoum State region, which had been down since the war started, remain inoperable. After the war began in mid-April, majority of the foreign engineers and technicians who were performing maintenance on equipment at Turkish power plants in Darfur and Kordofan were evacuated, which led to a staffing crisis. UK company Oxford Nanosystems has identified new technology that will help lower the price of green hydrogen. According to the company, their nanoflux coating increases the production capacity of alkaline electrolyzers by more than half and will consequently hasten the transition to a hydrogen economy by drastically cutting production costs. This technology will also aid in overcoming the difficulty of making green hydrogen created by electrolyzing water and renewable energy competitive with fossil fuels. Chief Executive of ONS, Ian Russell, said the company is delighted with the results of the external benchmarking analysis that demonstrate the potential of nanoflux. The company, he said, is working with a number of leading electrolyzer manufacturers to test and in due course scale up the production of nanoflux to meet the challenge of significantly reducing the cost of green hydrogen production. Visit energyghana.com or energyghanamagazine.com for more on these stories. Energy Brief is proudly brought to you by Airport View Hotel.
Energy Ghana TV. Local in focus, global in perspective.